This is Transformers animated Waspinator. Here he is in the middle, and this is truly, I think, an exciting figure, an exciting toy. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the Beast Wars version of Waspinator, but this guy is just awesome. I'm really excited and really hoping and very enthusiastic at seeing the episode where Wasp makes this metamorphosis into Waspinator through the help of Black Arachnia over here. Which he did appear as Wasp, as a convict, an escaped convict, quote unquote, from Cybertron in the episode Where's Thy Thing? And it was pretty awesome. And in that episode, it revives the rivalry he's had with Bumblebee, or Bumblebot as he calls him, because Bumblebee was responsible for getting him into jail, when in fact Bumblebee had accused him of being a spy, when in fact it was Longarm, who was actually Shockwave, who was the spy. Sorry about the spoilers if you haven't seen the episodes. Just my apologies for that, but you know, it is wonderful to have an incarnation of the figure in toy form, as Waspinator. I wasn't a big fan of the Beast Wars toys. I was a fan of the show, but the toys were just well, they were okay. They weren't too disappointing, but they had a lot of disappointments. And this new version of Waspinator, I think, is probably the best one he's ever had. Let's give you a 360 look of him. Colors are just amazing. Uh, the box, let me see if I can show the box colors. Okay, those were the prototype colors. They're made of a key lime green, whereas this one is a more grass green, which I think this one is better than the box art or the test model. Um, the incarnations of the Beast Wars Waspinator, both in the Transmetal and the original one, were okay, but they were just a little bit too bulky for me. That's why I never got them. But this one is just amazing. I've gone through Toys R Us and Toy Kingdom stores here in Manila, and he comes with the I think Samurai Prowl in this current wave, and people are picking up Samurai Prowl, and rightly so. I mean, it's really an awesome figure, but and they've left out a lot of the Waspinators. But in my opinion, I think this is the one you should pick up first before Samurai Prowl, because well, if you're well. Considering the rarity now of the Samurai Prowl, if you see the Samurai Prowl, I say you just pick it. I suggest you pick him up, but don't pass up on this guy. I mean, just look at him. He is so poseable, very articulate, and what I like about his articulation right here is that the shoulders can move up, and it makes him a lot more ominous. Uh, like so, look at that. The legs are very poseable, and it's got both toes in front. Sorry, both toes in front and at the back, making him a very stable toy. And if you still want to pose him in slightly awkward stances, like very much toward leaning backward, the tail can provide a sort of support for his behind, like I mean, if he's like reaching up, the tail, he can sit on his tail, uh, which is nice. But I like him in his brooding and ominous pose, like so. Bumblebot. I mean, he hates Bumblebee a lot for getting him into jail. The last scene of the Where is Thy Sting? He managed to escape the Elite Guard and Optimus Prime and the Autobot. So we'll see more of him, definitely, and I hope it's the episode where he transforms into his current mode as Waspinator instead of just Wasp, um, which will also herald another appearance of Black Arachnia. Here he is with her fellow Beast War, quote unquote, animated figure, good size, relatively good size, and you know, with Bumblebee, he is obviously much smaller and thinner, but they're about the same size as a deluxe toy. And Bumblebee is a bulkier deluxe toy. I didn't get the activator. I didn't show him here with the activators, because the activator is way too small and it's so not in scale with Waspinator. Alright, so that's about it about this figure. It's just great and awesome. Posability is just magnificent, and the sculpting on him is just great. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, his head, despite being on a ball joint and not a swivel joint, can actually swivel 45 degrees left and right, can move up and down, and can even twist. I mean, it's nice. It gives him that crazed look, how he hates Bumblebee. Bumblebot. One thing I will mention is, I don't know about the other Waspinator toys, but this one is a fairly loose waist joint. It's a three-jointed waist. I mean, there's a joint. This one moves up and down. The tail part moves up and down. So there's like two pieces sandwiched in between this piece. And I've tried tightening the screw, and that's as far as it'll go. But it's fairly loose. There's not enough friction to cause these joints to become tighter. But it's no big deal. Just be on the lookout for that. I don't think you can test out the figure before you buy it, but nevertheless, it is there, so it can be a pain posing him sometimes, but all in all, he's okay. The flying gimmick does work, even in robot mode, which we'll see later in alt mode. So stay tuned for part 2 as we transform him. Thanks for watching.